I mean, those are the options. That is
Yeah.
very black and white thinking for sure. But though, I mean, if you break it down, it's a 1 or a 0. You either do or you do not. You either try or you do not.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm. And it's also the same with how we talk about ourselves and the person that we are. It's like then you start to believe those things. Like you're literally creating the life that you
Negative
talk about in
feedback
your head.
loop.
It's like I am addicted to sugar, or I am this and I am that. I am perfectionist. Okay, that's because you keep telling yourself you are, but you can choose not to be. You can choose to work on not being a perfectionist. You could choose to work on your sugar habits.
Hmm. These
You
are
don't have to fucking live there and define yourself as that person. Like you're literally choosing to be that way.
Welcome to Cut the Crap with Beth and Matt, the world's #1 no bullshit health and fitness podcast.
Are you ready to cut the crap with your diet and exercise, get strong as fuck, and build a healthy relationship with food? Then you've come to the right place.
Let's go. If you'd like to support us and the podcast, join our Patreon where you get exclusive content, which consists of monthly workouts you can do at home or at the gym, monthly challenges that are either strength, habit, or mindset based, and access to over 100 plus low-calorie, high-protein, family-friendly meals. These are all designed by a professional chef who is certified in nutrition. These recipes are already in MyFitnessPal for easy fucking tracking. New recipes are also added each week.
We believe that fitness is for everyone, so this is our way of getting you started on your health and fitness journey at a price most everyone can afford. So what the fuck are you waiting for? We'll see you in the Patreon.
Hi.
Nerd alert, what's up?
What up, nerdo?
Had to clear my throat there before we start this damn thing. You weren't sitting there for long, were you? Because I was working and I noticed you were sitting there in the
I
room.
mean, I was doing stuff while I was waiting.
Okay,
It was
cool.
like 3 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no big deal.
Okay, cool. Anyway, how the hell are you?
fucking, I'm fucking stressed.
Yeah,
Well, not in a bad way.
yeah.
It's just there's a lot going on within the next 24 hours.
You're traveling tomorrow, right? To go visit your brother and your mom.
Yeah. So me and my son, John, well, me and Johnny, Johnny, and my brother, we're going to go to see my mom in the Catskills. So
Oh,
our,
what now?
she lives in the Catskills. So it's like Hudson Valley, New
Okay,
York. So my
okay.
brother lives in the city. So what me and Johnny are doing is we are going to see Uncle Matt in the city on Thursday, tomorrow. And we're going to stay the night there. And then we are going to drive all of us together to Hudson to see my mom. And we got an Airbnb there.
Cool,
And
cool.
it's kind of like a wellness check. Matt, I haven't seen my mom in like almost 2 years since her husband died. So she used to live near me.
I'm sure we talked about
Um,
it on here.
yeah, I'm sure. So, you know, it's been interesting because she's so far now. I mean, she used to live
Mhm.
an hour and a half away where I could just go there. So
Yes.
it's not easy to get to the fucking Catskills, and just taking time off and having to fly and, anyway, with a lot going.
Travel stressful enough, right? Yeah, I
It
get it.
is, it
Yeah.
is. And so she's with a lot of friends. She went there because her church is there and all her church friends. So she's not alone, right? But
Good. Good.
I just want to make sure that she's going to be 80. I
Mm-hmm.
want to make sure that where she's living is like doable and that she has everything that she needs, like cable. It's hard to talk to her because her internet is shoddy. She doesn't have cable. I don't know. She's kind of got dementia, I feel like. So it's
Oh,
like
really? Is that onset or early onset
I
or not even
mean,
early onset, I guess, but
I think it's just old age. Like
yeah.
she's repeating herself. She forgets what she's talking about. It's
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
to see your parents declining, actually a parent because my dad passed away young,
Yeah.
it's anxiety inducing.
I'm sure. Thankfully my parents are in relatively good health, and
Yeah,
my dad had his health scare a few years ago, which kind of prompted me into training.
right.
But he's in good health now. My mom's doing well. My mom's been working on her own health and
Hmm.
mobility. She's had both knees replaced now in the last couple of years.
Wow.
So that's been rehab and recovery has been something for Mama Kel, but she's very
Hmm.
interested in getting stronger. So she's been asking me about stuff about getting stronger, and I'm
Oh,
actually going to
cool.
create a little program for her. So I'm excited.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, real excited for that. But
Good for
yeah,
her.
I can't imagine, seeing your parents decline like that because my parents are still relatively young, and yeah,
Yeah, I mean, my dad passed away young, so she's the last like parent I have. And
Mhm.
our relationship isn't that good. I mean, There's a lot of things that we don't agree on. She's very Catholic. She's very stuck in her ways. She didn't come to my wedding because I didn't get married in the church. She, has never met her son's boyfriends because he's gay and she doesn't approve. So it's like surface level relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like she doesn't even know what I do right now. I mean, she knows, but she doesn't know because she doesn't really fucking ask and I don't tell her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, to me, like she's my mom, but she hasn't been a mom in a long time.
Yeah, I think because didn't your guys' relationship get kind of strained after your dad passed away?
Yeah. I mean, she kind of went a little nutso after that.
Yeah.
But we did have a good relationship, when Johnny was young. We saw each
Okay.
other a lot. But it's just as she aged, and then when COVID happened, I don't want to get into it a lot on this podcast, but
Yeah, totally.
it's just, I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
And it's like, I love her because she's my mom, but I don't have to like the person that she is.
That is such a good thing. I mean, yeah.
And that's
so
fucking
true.
hard to try to fucking navigate.
Because it's family and it's your own mother.
Yeah,
right?
it's like, oh my God, your mother's your
think-
everything. And it's like, yeah, I get that, but it's a strained relationship and there's a lot of toxicity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Especially when that's what you're used to and you're trying to not be around that and have that in your life. And then setting boundaries, right, with family members is the hardest thing to do. And then not only setting that boundary, but then enforcing that boundary and whatever it is, becomes even harder. So and if everybody listening is probably thinking about somebody that they can relate to with that, that kind of a strained relationship and maybe how, you love them. Like you said, it's okay to love somebody, but then not want them in, not that you don't want her in your life, but not see eye to eye and you know what I'm saying?
I do. I get what you're putting down. And going to see her at any point, and even calling her, it gives me immense anxiety and it takes a lot out of me.
Got it.
Like this trip is going to be probably mentally draining as fuck. And I'm trying to prepare myself for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you doing like today even? Can you do anything to help yourself kind of regulate today before you leave?
I'm trying, but Mike's out of town for work and I'm like doing everything. So the past few days, it's been just nonstop. Like I got to bring Johnny to school, pick him up, bring him to jiu-jitsu, take him to strength training, do my challenges that we have right now. We have challenge calls. I have the Telegram chat. It's like nonstop stuff. And then trying to get ready for this trip.
It's badass bitch time.
I didn't work out today.
No, hybrid bitch. That's what you said last week.
Yes, hybrid bitch.
Hybrid bitch.
I have 2,400 steps currently.
Okay, I gotcha. And it's 1 p.m.
Yeah.
I just looked at mine. Mine was really low up until a couple of hours ago, but I just went on a 2-mile run this morning.
Nice. I think what I'm going to do after this podcast is I'm going to go take the dog for a walk and just at least get 30 minutes because I can get 30 minutes in and get some fresh air.
Yeah, you deserve that. You owe that to yourself. Self-care. Yeah. Look at that, y'all.
Yeah.
It's hard. That's always the first thing to go when life gets crazy, right? When we have to take on more responsibility than we're used to, or things didn't work out the way that you planned to, right? Yeah. That's why we talk about so much about pivoting and things like that. And I posted on my Instagram story this morning. I had my oh shit coffee mug, and
I love that mug.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do?
Exactly.
When shit happens, you gotta fucking complain about it and woe is me. Life is hard. It happens. Like, why is this happening to me? Are you gonna figure it the fuck out? That's really what it comes down to. Like, it sounds hard, like it's a hard ass thing to say, but it's true. Those are your options.
Yeah,
those are the options.
Yeah, it's funny because right before this podcast, I was you knew I was going on a little errand, right? So I came back. I had 10 minutes, and I just made a TikTok. I was like, "You guys, I'm sitting in the my driveway. I have 10 minutes till I'm recording the podcast with you." And I'm like, I've gotten maybe half a glass of water in, 800 fucking steps or whatever the amount is. And it's like, I'm only getting 2 workouts in this week. So what am I going to do? Throw everything out to shit? Like, everything's done. I'm so fucked. I'm like, no, we fucking pivot, right?
Yes. And it's like, because that's the reality of any health and fitness.
That's what I said. This is life, guys. Like, life is happening right now. Right. And so what can I control? I can control my nutrition. I know that. I have to eat. So
eat, and not eating isn't a great choice because that's just going to exacerbate things.
Yeah. And then making the choice of taking that 30 minutes for that walk, after this is something that I can do. But I wasn't able to get a workout. No big deal. I'm not going to be able to get one until next Tuesday. So what am I going to do? oh my God, everything's so lost. It's
Right.
done.
Right.
Now I come back and I return to normal. And then I go back to Ohio. So it's like, here we are, I'm pivoting every other weekend.
Yeah, for sure. And that's a season of life too. And that's, I think especially when clients first start working with us, right? They have the idea of what their health and fitness journey is going to be like, what their fat loss journey is going to be like. It's going to be perfection every week.
Yeah.
1 pound every week. Going to crush our workouts 4 or 5 days a week. We're going to hit our calories 6 or 7 days a week, right? And be really strict with them. So right up from the get-go, we're setting ourselves up, our clients and beings, our listeners, followers are setting themselves up for failure because they have these unrealistic expectations.
That's the thing. It's like life is always going to happen, right? It's what you do in those moments that's the most important.
Yeah. For the most part. Did you see you laughed at my story last night when I was doing my caveman voice on my walk?
Oh my God, what was that? Was hilarious.
Ooga booga. That's my little alter ego for me and Sarah. It's like our thing.
That's so funny.
Yeah, she calls me a ooga booga. So I go, ooga booga. So I was like, ooga booga, say, for the most part, that matter. So yeah, for what you do, for the most part, that matters.
Carnivore
right?
Matt, fucking caveman Matt.
Yeah.
I want to get my elk meat.
So yeah, right. So like, we're expecting to hit workouts all the time, but if you're skipping your workouts for the most part,
right?
Yeah, that's a problem. But if you're doing your workouts for the most part, all right, fuck yeah, we can talk about that. We can celebrate that. If you're hitting your nutrition for the most part, and like for the most part means like what, 8 times out of 10, right? 70-80% of the time would be great because that's better than doing it 20 or 30% of the time because we do it for 2 or 3 days and then we have a setback and stop.
It's just getting back to it, literally. I mean, I'm going to focus on getting my steps while I'm gone and focus on whatever. I'm not going to be crazy about my nutrition. Just be mindful and then, get back. And then you just go to the gym the next day when you get back. You don't wait. Like I'm going to wake up, be like, all right, it's Tuesday. What do we do on Tuesdays? It's like we go. Not like I'm in a different time zone. I don't need to worry about.
Yeah, it helps having that structured routine. So now when you get back, it's easier for you to get back.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I know what to do. I have a plan. I just continue with my plan that my coach set out for me.
That's a newer thing for you too, having that kind of a more structured routine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're doing like controlled maintenance. I think I talked about that. And she has my calories at a lower maintenance level, right? Or they're lower because of my travel. So then when I do travel, I have the leeway.
Because you've built that into your plan.
Exactly.
It's part of my plan. Expecting that you're going to be consuming more calories than normal.
And less movement.
That's fucking smart.
It is smart. Yeah. And I fucking love it. Like it's, It helps having a coach.
It really does. I
mean, coaches need coaches. And, I got some, I don't know if you read like the plan that she had me on and doing all this stuff. And people like,
read all the details.
It was like, higher carb days and lower carb days. Like it wasn't it wasn't something that I really dialed in too much because that's new for me. But people are like, oh, this is so different than what you talk about. It's like, yeah, because this is my plan, right?
Right.
I am not the general population. Okay. I'm not starting from kindergarten. I'm already in fucking college. Like I am basically
problem.
And in like, a master's program right now or beyond.
Right.
I'm almost at a fucking PhD.
Instantly they're comparing them to you.
Yeah.
This is why we don't share the shit that we do.
This is why I don't talk about my specific plans that my coach has given me because it doesn't matter. Right. And it's really not necessary for someone who is just looking to better their health, to get strong, to lose fat, just to be a healthy human and live a normal, healthy human life. Right.
Yes.
I'm looking for aesthetic goals here. I have a specific goal that I'm looking to achieve. Right. I've been strength training for 7 fucking years now. Right. Like 7+ years now I've been strength training. So I've earned the right to do this. Right. If you haven't earned the right to do that yet, you shouldn't be doing the things that
That's what we talk about is like majoring the minors. The things you're doing right now are things that people just starting out and that haven't gotten their basics and those foundational things dialed in have no business worrying about, right? That's what we're talking about. That's what you're talking about. And this is a really good kind of segue to one of the things we wanted to talk about here today too, because So I did my half marathon over the weekend, right?
Yeah,
And
you crushed it. You PR'd. Well,
yeah, I've PR'd, and well, definitely, I want to talk about that for sure. But before this thought leaves me, so I made a post, right, the next day about how I ate 3,700 calorie meal and how that didn't make me fat, right?
Right.
Somebody was like, you're really trolling people with this advice, right? You're telling people to eat.
What?
Yeah, they're like, you're a professional fitness coach and semi-professional athlete. Nobody's consuming 4,000 calories a day. I can't believe you're telling people to do this and this is this. And I'm like, and then they actually said in the end of the comment, even Olympic athletes only eat 2,000 to 3,000 calories a day. I'm like, okay, instantly you're dismissed. Michael Phelps was doing like 10,000 calories a day.
I was going to say, he couldn't even keep up with that amount of fucking calories.
Right. So instantly dismissed. No, show me an Olympian that's eating 2,000 to 3,000 calories per day.
Dude.
Maybe somebody.
I wonder how Alana Mar, I bet she's probably at 4K.
Insane. What was that?
Alana Mar, I bet she's probably at 3 to 4K at least.
Easily with the amount of training she does. Well, that was the point, right?
She's also she's super tall, she's super muscular, and she's super active. Therefore, that's a recipe for a very high caloric intake.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
And that's what they were saying. They're like, you're talking about living a very active and healthy lifestyle. That's not your audience. I said, that's what I'm promoting, is living an active and healthy lifestyle. I want that to be my audience. I'm trying to show people how to make these changes, right?
Fuck these people trying to tell you who your audience is. That's whoever the fuck,
I know my audience
can take your information.
Well. I've built this community for the last
people are
5 years.
Fucking weird, man. I can't stand when people get all weirdo like that. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, my audience. Sure. You know, you're not my audience. Get the fuck out of here.
You're not my audience. Exactly. Clearly.
What the fuck are you trying to argue with me about stupid shit?
Yeah. Exactly. It's so true. It's so fucking true. This morning I made a good morning to everybody, except for those that skip water, go straight to coffee, and don't eat breakfast in the morning and then complain about anxiety, right? Hello. I do that. I'm guilty of that. We're all fucking guilty of that. It's just a humorous fun way to poke fun at these things.
I need my water. I need to
see.
Yeah, here I am drinking coffee, and then I've literally had a half. It's still full.
Even as coaches, we do it. So, and we do this and I do that to poke fun and to be like, hey, yeah, this is a thing. Maybe don't do that thing. Work on it. Somebody said I was judging them. I'm like, what? And I was gaslighting them. With that post, I was gaslighting them. I'm like,
oh my God.
Clearly not a mental health professional.
Wow.
Like, yeah. So, and then everybody else chimed in. They're like, you're way off of base here. I thought it was funny. And he's right. I do this all the time. I'm like, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is funny because she had the badge on Facebook. You have these badges like top fan. She was a top fan.
Oh, really?
Like, so is this a top troll or a top
it's
fan,
Facebook.
Right?
Mm.
Yeah. So I was like, so if they're a top fan and truly, then they should know, like, this is my sense of humor. This is the way I do things. And they probably laughed a million other times when I'd make those good morning jokes, but the one time it hits their feelings, right? They get triggered and they respond that way, right?
Trigger.
Everybody loves what we say until we say something that impacts. For them.
Yeah. Like everyone wants to be held accountable until they're held accountable.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Accountability is hard.
Yep.
That's why we have coaches. That's why we have literally most of what we do. Like half of what we do is holding each other or holding other clients accountable. And even like you and me, we hold each other accountable.
I know.
Right?
We do, huh?
So
you did the other day. You're like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like,
called your ass out.
Like, getting ready to go to the gym. And then I posted in my story. So I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get ready to go to the gym. Matt's like, get the fuck up, Nerdle. What are you doing? And I was like, shit. All right, I'm going to get up now and get dressed. Damn it. I did too. And I went to the gym and I did it.
Yeah, we had it's so true. But that's sometimes we just need that kick in the ass, you know, and that's really, I've been talking so much like about community and stuff, and we do all the time here anyways, and supports and everything. Right. And it's so important because that's what a community does. That's what support groups and support systems do, is they give you that fucking kick in the ass when you need it.
Yeah.
You know, like we had a group call yesterday. I think you guys might have had one too. One of our clients was like, I'm not motivated. I have no energy to work out. So we talked through it on the group call, and then she posted into the group later. Thanks. After the group call, I had a snack and worked on my energy and crushed my workout. Right. It's
nice.
Like, that's what this is all about. That's what support's for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love it.
Our call yesterday, we had some people that were realizing their wins that were not scale related.
Wow.
And they were like, I can't believe I have not thought about these things that are making me feel better. Like, oh my gosh, I don't have any shoulder pain anymore. The one thing that has been bothering me for months and months and months and months, it's suddenly not there. And I need to recognize that, oh my God, that's not there anymore. That's amazing, right?
Yeah.
It's like little things like that are so
we
big.
discount these things.
Yeah.
Because we're
Right?
always chasing these bigger accomplishments.
Or
We're
these
always
numbers,
chasing the weight loss. We're always
It's not about
chasing
the
the weight loss. We're always chasing maybe inches. We're always chasing some vanity metric that really doesn't give us a real clear
yeah.
picture of even what health and progress is. Like
Mm-hmm.
you could have not lost weight, but now you have no more shoulder pain. That's a clear sign of progress and being healthier. Because now
Yeah.
you're going to get that shoulder mobility back as I'm doing my,
Mm-hmm.
like everybody can see me. You can start
Yeah.
shoulder pressing perhaps in more weight and with a
Mhm.
bigger range of movement and improve
Yeah.
the quality of your fucking life. Like,
Yeah. I believe she actually was like, I'm going to start doing Pilates to help with my shoulder and my
yeah.
mobility. And then, she just suddenly realized that she didn't actually have any shoulder pain anymore. Like that, what she did to help the shoulder pain actually worked. And she
So
was just now kind of realizing that because she's been so stuck on the scale.
yeah.
So it's like, it's cool to hear that stuff. And you're like,
What
wow,
is the saying? Getting lost in the woods through the forest or something like that? Or what's your
the
day?
trees in the forest. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Now that's
that's
going to
so
bother
true.
me.
We had some similar stories like that. You've met Kristen, so we talk about Kristen a lot on the podcast. She's gone through like quite a bit of a recovery from tearing her Achilles last summer,
Mm-hmm.
and she just casually dropped. Like I had to pull some wins out of her on her call, and she just casually dropped. I chest pressed 60 pounds dumbbells. She's like,
Damn.
right. Yeah, exactly. That was our reaction too. We're like, girl, what the fuck? You just casually. She's like, again, I failed 56 or 55 the week before. It's like, it's like, why are we doing this
Wow.
to ourselves, right? We don't,
Yeah.
we just start just dismissing our wins or not even looking for
Mm-hmm.
these wins that
I
really
know.
matter.
Yeah.
It's
Those are the
crazy.
ones that matter.
They are the ones that matter.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, the old half marathon
Yeah.
took
Talk about
place
it.
this last weekend. So much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I really fucking, I think I enjoy the training aspect more, right?
Yeah.
I love the training, the race as well, but I think
Mm-hmm.
because really the race is the payoff, right?
Yeah.
Because it's the work that is really, to me, is enjoyable. I love showing
Mm-hmm.
up every day and pushing myself in my training
Yeah.
because then on race day, we're just showing what we've got, right?
Yeah.
But the real work was in the weeks and the months leading up to that. So that's what I
Mm-hmm.
mean by that.
Yeah.
But yeah, as we talked about here on the podcast, I wanted to hit 2 hour half marathon, and I did. Very, very
Mm-hmm.
fucking close. And I'm not saying this to diminish my accomplishments because I fucking did it, and I'm super proud of
Mm-hmm.
myself for doing that.
Yeah.
I have definitely some observations that we could talk about because I almost didn't make the 2 hour time,
Oh.
even though I was well on my way for
Mm-hmm.
the first half of the half marathon.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I was wanting to average about a 9 to 9:15 mile for the first mile or two. And I did that,
Mm-hmm.
9 mile, and then it was like 8:50 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I was feeling really good. And in the back of my mind, I had it in my mind that I wanted to hit 1:55. That was a stretch
Mm-hmm.
goal of mine, right?
Yeah.
So that's 5 minutes. That's a long fucking time in the course of a 13
Yeah.
race. That's like a half hour or I think almost 30 seconds more than what I was planning on for my pace. But I was feeling good. So I maintained an 8:45 pace all the way up through mile 6. Then my left foot started hurting a little bit.
Ah.
So it started throbbing. And so mentally I throttled back a little bit to that
Mm-hmm.
9-minute mile pace that I was comfortable at. But even
Yeah.
then I was actually struggling to keep that pace mentally.
Uh.
So I had taken myself out of it mentally a little bit, and that was really hard for me to recover and get back into that pace because
Yeah.
now I had that foot pain that I was aware of because I was pushing
Mm-hmm.
myself. That's kind of normal in a race
Right.
sometimes. And so then I couldn't fully recuperate. I actually had 2 10-minute miles because I took 2 walk breaks too. And I'm not saying this all to diminish myself because
Right.
but I walked, right? And that's okay too.
Yeah.
Walking is
Oh yeah.
absolutely okay.
I do that at
I
most
stopped to tie
races.
my shoe,
Uh-huh.
and then I had to remind myself, dude, your goal is not to just finish this fucking half marathon like it was back in
Mm-hmm.
April. You actually
Right.
have a goal to fucking get after.
Mm-hmm.
So I turned it
And
on
you
to
had to kick yourself in your own ass.
I did. Nobody else was gonna fucking do it for me in that point.
Right.
My last mile was my best mile of my half marathon. 8 minutes and 37 seconds I finished
Damn.
to
Mm-hmm.
come under 18 seconds in the
You
half.
pushed it. Yeah.
Pushed it.
There
I
you go,
fucking
Matt.
pushed it. Literally after the run, I took a picture of myself laying down and I posted it on Instagram because I was literally
Yeah.
laying down in the grass like I was about to like throw up and everything. I was gassing it, but I fucking did it. So like what I was trying to say is like it's mental, right? These barriers we have to our fitness, especially our fitness when we're pushing
It's
ourselves.
all mental. Like
Our brain is going to give up before our body gives up.
Oh yeah.
So that's what
It's a
we have
big
to.
David Goggins thing. Actually, if you honestly listen to the audio of Can't Hurt Me, that's what got me through my marathon training. That book like pushed my mental. Actually, I learned so much about like mental toughness from that. And it's actually helped shape me and how I show up.
Mental toughness is a fucking thing, and we all need.
It's like we have so much power over our mind, like more than we can ever imagine.
That you believe that people can do it, right? Because we were talking about hard truths last week.
Oh yeah,
right? We believe
you can do
that.
anything. You just have to literally believe that you can and just fucking do it.
Mm-hmm.
And we can talk ourselves out of anything.
I almost talked myself out of a 2-hour half marathon.
Do you know? Like we can choose to become happy right now, or we can choose to become angry. Like it's all a fucking choice. When you think about it, right? That's what I try to teach Johnny. And I think you've even witnessed me doing it. It's like, okay, you can choose to be super fucking miserable during the rest of this hike, or we can just power through and enjoy it.
Yeah.
It really is all, and that's what gets you through every single race, like everything, like every hike that I've ever done. It's like, okay, we're just going to fucking do this. And it's not going to feel good.
Right. We're not here to shy away from hard things.
And that's called doing hard things.
Yeah. Because now that I've experienced that, right? Now I'm familiar with it. I know what that feels like. I know how to get through that. So now I can do harder things. So next time,
that's the thing.
when I have that block in a race, because there will be a next time, right? Now I'm going to know how to push through it, and there's probably going to be another barrier that I have to figure out at some point down the road too. Bring it the fuck on. Yeah.
I think even Goggins like ran 200 miles on a fucking broken ankle and all kinds of shit. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember.
Superhuman.
I mean, but seriously, that it's all the mental that got him through that.
Yeah, you listen to a lot of like the most extreme survival stories out there. People getting lost and stranded days, weeks, months on end. It becomes a mental thing at that point. If you're mentally.
I think people can like choose to give up, be like nothing, like I'm never going to be saved, or I would be the person like I would fight to the death if I was stranded somewhere to make sure that I would survive. Like I wouldn't just lay there.
Right.
I mean, unless I was immobile, but that's just me.
I agree. What else are you going to do? Right? Give up? I mean, those are the options. That is very black and white thinking for sure. But though, I mean, if you break it down, it's a 1 or a 0. You either do or you do not. You either try or you do not. Right.
And it's also the same with how we talk about ourselves and the person that we are. It's like, then you start to believe those things. Like you're literally creating the life that you talk about in your head. It's like, I am addicted to sugar, or I am this and I am that. I am perfectionist. Okay. That's because you keep telling yourself you are, but you can choose not to be. You can choose to work on not being a perfectionist. You could choose to work on your sugar habits. You don't have to fucking live there and define yourself as that person. Like you're literally choosing to be that way.
I don't want to go through life feeling like I don't have any control.
Yeah.
I felt like I had no control before. I have felt very powerless before.
Yeah.
When I was making some very stupid decisions and when I was, reckless earlier in my life, right? Because I was making decisions that took the control from me or whatever, right? It sucks not having control. That's really not having control. But when we have these things right in front of us in terms of, the way we think, it's not easy to change our thinking. Right. But you can change your thinking. You can change these thought patterns. It's one of the hardest, if not the hardest thing you'll ever have to do. I'm in the middle of it still with a lot of shit. We all are.
Oh yeah, all the time.
We're always working through this shit. But like again, what else are we going to do?
Yeah.
Be miserable about it?
Yeah, and the thing binge eating, okay? There's a book called Brain After Binge. Right. And she talks about how she stopped binge eating. And we're not talking about, I think she was binge eating a lot of food and then also binging and purging. But she's like, at the end of the day, we all have a choice. Right. And I can choose to continue this path or I can choose not to. And that, like, she tried so many different therapies and so many different ways before until she was just like, okay, I'm choosing not to do this anymore. Like it's like me saying, I don't want to drink anymore. I just made that choice. You know,
Right.
I was like, I'm not going to be a drinker anymore. What am I going to do to fix myself?
Yeah. And can I add on to that? And I want to know your thoughts on this too. So you read that book?
I read most of it. I didn't finish it, but I also have it on audio.
Or listen to it probably, right? Because you like to listen.
It's called Brain Over Binge.
Gotcha. So then, right. So you choose. You either choose or you choose to not. Right. I'm not going to do this thing anymore. Now, that doesn't mean that you're never going to do that thing again, right?
Right.
Because like I choose to know I'm not going to be addicted to sugar anymore, right? That doesn't mean you're never going to feel like you're not in control of sugar again.
Right.
So, but then what happens, right? If that happens again, we make that choice again. It's continuously making this choice, even if we have these setbacks, even if we do the thing we said we weren't going to do anymore, right? We still have to recommit ourselves to it every time.
Yeah.
Literally, like you have to wake up and tell yourself these things either. What's that?
It's not, I'm not saying this is easy, but that's one thing that I got out of that book is like, in the end, like, and I think if anyone has recovered from binging, they will probably say the same thing. Like you just have to choose not to. It's like,
Absolutely.
We have like an animalistic side of the brain, and I forget what the other side of the brain is. And the binging side is the animalistic side. So it's like, you have to like switch to what the person that you want to be and get away from that other person.
Yeah. And it's when you're doing this, it's literally like neuroplasticity. You're rewiring these chemical pathways in your brain when you're doing that. When like you said, you're moving from one side to the other, right? It's you're no longer the animal electricity is no longer going to fire up. It's the other fucking one you're trying to accomplish, right? So that's fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
Really cool. So I was thinking earlier too, like, what am I doing next for running, right? What are my running goals? And you know what? I'm just gonna run just to continue running, and enjoy it and build up my base, because now I'm gonna start getting ready to hike Katahdin. Or not Katahdin,
Kilimanjaro.
Kilimanjaro. That's in January. So I think I'm going to do I'm going to look at Doc Lissa's summit program she has. It's like a hiking hybrid program.
Oh, nice.
So I think I'm going to check that out, because I did 6 weeks of her. I don't think I've talked about that yet. I did 6 weeks of her half marathon training to get me ready for this.
Yeah, no, I think you told us. Yeah.
Gotcha. So and I really liked her program for her running program.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see what I can do with the summit program. So,
nice. Now, is that like through an app?
Yeah, she's got her own app. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Coach Liz has her own app. Yeah, she's cool. She's actually doing Kilimanjaro right at the same time as me, but like a couple weeks after me. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
So yeah, we definitely have to get her on the podcast sometime.
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. There was one other thing we wanted to talk about too, right? We kind of did talk about it with like the fast food. Oh no, we talked about the fast food thing. It was we had a listener comment come in.
Oh yeah, read that. Do you have that available?
Okay, so we got a message from Christine Loon the other day. She left this on our podcast page. She said, "Hi, I really enjoy your podcast, and I've only recently discovered y'all." Well, first of all, fucking thank you, Christine, for listening.
Hello. Thanks for listening.
She said, "I was wondering if you would consider doing a podcast about reframing behavior after weight loss and then the subsequent weight gain. This is what I've been struggling with and have been working on. Thanks."
Okay.
And I think that's a great topic. So thanks for the question.
That's basically like, okay, first, I think it's important to look at how you lost weight.
Yes, that was my thought too, is like how you lose weight.
That's like the number one thing. I think everyone does something that is not sustainable for long term, and that's why no one sustains it long term. You know, it's like the weight, like, how do you stop this? It's like, okay, well, let's stop doing what you did to lose the weight.
So the first question,
is
like
the
for
question,
Christine, right, and or anybody is, well, what have you been doing?
Right.
What did you do to lose weight this last time? Okay, because that didn't work. I don't care if you lost weight doing that, right? It didn't work. So we need to reframe that right now. It didn't work. So what can we learn from that, right?
Yes.
So the way you lose weight matters.
Yep. I think we need to stop doing diets with names. Agreed.
We won't name them, but everybody knows them.
And I'm not talking about like vegetarian or like that's the style of diet. Like, you know, I'm talking about like doing something like keto, carnivore, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, fucking Octavia, that kind of shit. Okay, that very restrictive meal plan bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody listening has probably done all of those.
Yes, like that's what we're talking about. But we're not talking about like if you're a vegan or vegetarian, okay? But doing something that's sustainable that you can do forever, not giving up something of yours that's your favorite, like you have to learn how to incorporate those things.
Yes. And we need to do things so we need to eat food that we enjoy so we don't get fucking bored and burn out with the food that we're eating. We need to find quality movement that we enjoy. Right.
Yep.
And I think that's a big component of it too, is so many times when we're exercising and starting a journey, weight loss journey, we do these insane fucking circuit classes and high intensity.
It's like, you guys run yourself. I'm fucking working 6 days a week doing HIIT, freaking 20,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need to fucking kill yourself, okay? So just
go to the gym 3 days a week, lift weights for 30 to 45 minutes, hopefully maybe even 60 minutes if you have time.
With a plan.
Right. Have a plan, like hire myself or Beth or our team, sign up for any of our programs. We have
our Patreon that we have,
Patreon
workouts.
Guys. So Patreon is $5 a month for workouts. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're great. Like follow a simple plan, find movement that you enjoy and incorporate that into your daily life.
And walk.
Hopefully it's walking that you enjoy, but if you don't, then find some movement that you enjoy, right?
Yeah.
But walking needs to be like, I agree, a fucking foundational thing.
Yeah. Stop sitting so much. If you don't have to sit, please don't. Get a walking pad. You know what I mean? Like I'm sitting right now. I wish I was at my walking pad.
Yeah, you're not downstairs.
I just didn't have time to sit at my computer because I was like running in and out from my errands. You know what I'm saying? So this is where I'm at. But I have a call tonight. So I just remembered I'm going to put this downstairs and do the walking pad, but move.
Yeah. And the way you move outside of that walk and, going to the gym matters, right? Your non-exercise activity. We talk about this all the time. Non-exercise activity, thermogenesis. Even
it's part of the obesity epidemic that's happening right now.
Yes,
like we were talking about on our last episode, I believe, a couple episodes maybe ago that no one's moving like they used to in the 70s and the 80s at all.
Right. We're not. And this is like,
it's not just the food, guys. Okay. It's not.
Yeah. It's not just the food. It's so much beyond the food.
Yeah.
So that's why we need to start reframing our way we approach weight loss. Okay.
Yep.
Make this the last time that we cycle through this. And I want you to also expect that some weight gain and fluctuation is going to be completely normal too on this journey.
Yeah.
I just checked in with one of my clients yesterday, actually. She lost 60 pounds with us. She's actually a close friend of mine too. She just responded, "Hey, Matt, doing good. Gained 10 pounds. I'm on the treadmill right now, but I know what I need to do. You know me, I'm a social butterfly during the summertime."
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Hey. She knows what to do. She knows how to
That's the thing. You'll know what to do. And 10 pounds is nothing.
Fucking nothing.
Nothing.
I posted a really cool case study last night from one of our clients, and this was somebody that had been doing Weight Watchers, right? So we would talk about like the dieting and stop dieting. They had done Weight Watchers, and they were trying to lose this last 10 pounds. We talk about it all the time, right? Somebody wants to lose the last 10 pounds, and for a lot of people, it's really fucking hard. Mm-hmm. Well, got her off of Weight Watchers. She stopped doing Weight Watchers, and then she was consistent for a year, and her weight actually went up for a year, right? So right then, so many people would just flip out, right? That they gained 10 pounds in a year when they were trying to lose 10 pounds,
right?
So she did that for a year, ate more food, strength trained consistently, like we always talk about, and then lo and behold, she got into a fat loss phase, lost the 10 pounds, and then another 10 pounds, and sustained it, maintained, right? A 2-year process. But it's better than 5 or 10 year process because you've been fucking doing this unsustainable shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we can literally save ourselves time by doing it and slowing down.
That's the thing. Your quick fixes are taking 20 years. Okay. Yeah. Think about it, right?
Quick fixing your way to the rest of your life. Like,
yeah, you're just quick fixing. Like how you do some torturous shit. I was just thinking about this the other day. Like I've done it, right? I'm not immune to this. You do crazy torturous diets like that are super restrictive, strict. And then you just go and start eating and doing the things you were doing before only to be miserable again. So you go from misery to misery, back to misery and misery.
Yeah.
You're never happy during this whole entire fucking process.
Yes. You've got your stories for that.
Back to torture, back to torture. It's like health should not be miserable,
Health
That's not
happiness.
How this works.
Happiness is part of being healthy.
Trying to misery your way to skinny only to gain it back again and misery your way through another diet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. this morning I made a new post too, and about some mistakes that I made during my own personal journey. And one of them was the one diet that I really loved for so many years, right? Was intermittent fasting.
I was going to say, yeah.
I was a big intermittent faster back in the day. And it got really extreme, my intermittent fasting did. It went from something harmless with doing the 16-8 split for a couple of years, and then it became 24, right? Then it became OMAD. I started doing one meal a day, which led to me that one meal a day. They were just glorified binges. Let's call them what they fucking were. I remember cooking entire cookie trays full of food to break my fast and eating it all in one sitting. That is a fucking binge. That is a fucking binge.
Wow.
That's a binge. And then at my worst with intermittent fasting, I was doing extended day fasts.
Jeez.
I did a 92-hour fast, all in the name of extended fasting and the health benefits.
Yeah.
And I did this while I was working.
I did a 14-day once. 14-day fast.
Like a bone broth fast or something?
It was the lemonade diet. So it was
Lemonade,
maple syrup, cayenne pepper, lemonade, and maple syrup with water.
Yeah.
For fucking 2 weeks. And smooth move tea at night. So I shit my brains out for 2 weeks and drank nothing but fucking lemon water with maple syrup.
You know what really pisses me off about all that fucking time I wasted doing intermittent fasting, now that I think about it? That was in the prime of my physical fitness age to really do some crazy shit. And I spent starving most of the time, fucking starving myself with intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
Not getting enough protein and not enough calories. I was powerlifting at that time and doing OMAD, and what the fuck? What is wrong with us, right? Like, this is what I think you were just talking about this like just last week, or probably we talk about it every week, like trying to be in a calorie deficit while training for a marathon. Why do we do these things to ourselves?
Yeah. I don't know.
So like, learn from our mistakes, please.
Please don't. Yeah.
That's why we're so fucking passionate, Beth, right?
Yeah, I know.
About what we talk about and what we help our clients with. Because we've been there. We've done this shit that our clients have done. And we're like, please, no, like, we know what the future holds for you. It sucks.
Right. Right. But it's a lot of see for yourself, I guess,
Anyway, we're just staring at each other.
We're like,
I don't know, that felt good. Did anybody else just take like a deep breath? That was nice.
Actually, I was holding my breath.
You were holding your breath while I was taking a deep breath. What are you doing with the rest of your day, Beth?
What am I doing? I'm going to take a walk after this. I'm going to go pick up Johnny. I'm going to cook him dinner. I'm going to pack. I'm going to take a shower, and I'm going to do my Q&A call for our Falling into Fitness Challenge peeps.
Got it. How's the challenge going? You guys just started that?
We just started it. Yeah, and we're at the beginning where there's a lot of questions. A little chaotic, and I'm a little, I don't know what the word is, kind of irritated that people don't read, they don't follow directions, and it's.
Are you getting a lot of questions that are answered in like the
just like, where's the Zoom link? Everything's in the Get Started packet. Like, it's been the same for the 5 times, 6 times.
This is what we talk about, right? Like, we've got to start doing things for
disappointing to me, because people will show up to these calls and they're not paying attention. Like, you're undistracted, just how you eat, right? You're just going to this. You're not. You need to be fucking
mindful and present.
You're not fucking showing up. That's how I feel. Like, it's like if you were at a call and
you're just doing this to check off a box, and you're not.
You're listening. You're actually in a room, undistracted. You made time alone for you to take notes. You're not driving or eating dinner at the kitchen with your family, or you have the TV on half. It's like the stuff that we're getting asked is stuff that's in their packet, and then they're like, I'm not trying to call out anyone, but this is, and you guys know, like, you've heard me, Coach Iris, and Amy talk about this.
So, I mean,
we don't fuck around here. And it's like,
because you don't have time to be repeating things that have been already said.
We want you to take action, even if it's imperfect, but everything is like right there, like the Zoom links, the Telegram chat, the Facebook group, everything is like, get started. If you don't read the get started, then you don't know where these things are. And it's like, I don't know. It's getting better now, but we've had some people say that this is unorganized or something like that. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, these are the people that were DMing me on Instagram the link to the Zoom, and they didn't join the Facebook group.
Well, yeah, because you didn't. It's unorganized.
2 days later,
because you didn't read the shit.
You have to read the packet. It's like, if you get something in your email, you just join something. Wouldn't you read about it?
Right. Like, congrats, welcome to the team. Here's your next step.
Welcome. Here's your packet. Here's how you get started, guys.
Yeah.
okay, I'd be like, yeah, I can't wait. What do I need to read? It's like right here.
Like, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, like, Beth.
Say it, Matt.
We've done our challenges too, and we're getting ready to do a new one in a few weeks too. Those are the people that probably are going to drop out of the challenge within a week. We're not going to we're like, I hate to say it, but like, this is, we see these patterns and these behaviors, right? If they can't take the initiative to read something like that, like, we've worked with thousands of clients. We know these are fucking patterns.
That's the thing. Yeah. And that's what disappoints me. It's like, I just wish people would take this seriously.
Yeah.
Because we, as coaches in this challenge, we put our heart and fucking soul in it. Like, we want you to succeed, and we show the fuck up for you.
It's not just something we flip the switch on and it's like we're just
this
collecting
is
money,
something
and now we're
passionate about.
Weeks and months of work behind the scenes and
hours. We spend hours on this stuff, like hours in our chats. We spend time focusing.
It's a full-time job when we run challenges, right? For that.
What we're going to talk about at our calls, like we each have like subjects, like, there's research involved.
Help us help you.
That's the thing. Help us help you.
That's what we're here to do. We're here to help you, support you, and guide you. We're not here to hold your fucking hand.
It's like, this isn't an Instagram reel, not something that you can just scroll by and then ask me in the comments section after you didn't watch the video. I feel like it's like that. And that's
not to discourage questions. Questions are good. Questions are great. But if you're asking a question that is literally in the first email that you got, like, come on, guys, friends, help us.
Yeah.
Help us help you.
So anyway,
I feel you. I understand your frustration. That your feelings, it's valid, Beth, because you're experiencing this, right? Like,
yeah.
So like, that's the thing. Don't, like, these feelings are valid. You're frustrated. I get it. Like, that's okay. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah. I'm not like beating anyone. I'm being honest here. I'm not
like, these are expectations for coaching. Like, this is part of being coachable. This is part of being coachable, because you do have to take initiative. If you're gonna be, we can't be here as coaches with you forever. We are not always going to be in your pocket when you have us as your coaches. We are not always going to be one phone call away when you have scheduled time with us. We are not always going to be one message away. We're not going to be there with you 9 o'clock at night when you're facing another binge because you didn't learn how to control your emotions, right? Like, so take the time with us take advantage of it. Take that. Don't take it for granted, right? Yeah. So make the most of it.
And the coach should not work harder than the client.
Mm-hmm.
You have to take some initiative. It takes like clicking a link, watching a video. Mm-hmm. If you're wanting to change your life, you will do what it takes, and you will do the action steps, and they're pretty simple.
Mm-hmm. That reminds me, Beth, and there's so much research behind this too. How many free things have you signed up for in your life?
A lot. Probably.
How many free things have you used that you signed up for?
Probably none of it.
Yeah. Because you didn't value it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of going like, right. So we got to start valuing things. We got to start doing things that we value. If you don't value your health, then you're not going to click the fucking link.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
I know I've signed up for a bunch of free shit. I've signed up for freebie offers from other coaches, from business coaches. I didn't really think, fuck that.
I'm sure I have a ton of PDFs saved in my phone from shit I've signed up for.
And I know this to be our listeners, right? We give away free shit all the time. Very helpful shit. Very helpful free stuff. But not many people take action on the free stuff.
No.
Well, I shouldn't say that because our social media following is built on that. But I'm talking about specific free offers, like free guides, free PDFs, and things like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I mean.
Yep. So tonight's call, I'm actually going over the portal step by step.
Got it. Okay, cool.
I'm going to take 10 minutes, be like, okay, everyone,
show up, but
I'm going to actually log in for you here. Okay, we're going to go to get started. We're going to click that, and then we're going to go to curriculum. Okay, and then we're going to read the top of the curriculum. All right, this is the rules of the challenge. So that's what I have to do.
Yeah,
I'm basically doing a live Loom.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then you can use that for future challenges, right?
Oh, that's a good idea, Matt.
Yeah. Work smarter, not harder.
Oh gosh, they're recorded, so that's perfect.
These are things that I've learned in my challenge too, right? So it's funny.
Yeah, we learn,
Yeah, and we as coaches, like, we learn from each other. Me and Beth actually collaborate all the time and talk about shit up behind the scenes all the time. It's pretty fun.
Fucking shout out to all those peeps that took action and did the thing. You know, that just were in there, like, it was actually well written out. Thank you, I appreciate you.
Yeah, it's always nice to have those people, right?
Yeah, and the people that are third time challengers are like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's all right there.
Isn't it so cool to see the return challengers? Like, even if they
Yeah.
could do coaching with us, right?
Yeah.
They show up for our challenges, and it's like,
Yeah.
when you
And
see
then
them,
they help us too, which is so
yeah,
cool. I love having that.
they're
Like
like
they answer
community
questions for
ambassadors,
us.
right?
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I want
I
to
love
shout
it.
out Kristen and Kathy. Actually, we're making them community ambassadors. That just
That's awesome.
reminded me. Yeah. So we're gonna be talking more about that. But yeah,
That's cool.
It's yeah, I love the return challengers, and the challenges are so
Yeah.
much fun. Like that
I do
we
love
start
them.
doing
I mean, this is only day 2, and it's gonna get better. Like,
yeah,
it's
I
just
love
really
interacting with people like that.
yes. And I have to say the first few days is where it's hectic, and then it gets really good. I'm not trying to be a complainer. I'm just talking about the
Dude, this is our safe
beginning.
place. You're good.
You know what I'm saying? I just want people to understand.
We complain here all the time.
But it's always in the beginning when people don't read directions.
Right.
That's what it is.
And I also get it too, in a way too. Like, they're excited, so I get it. You're excited, and you want to just get started now. But
yeah,
we have to.
But you can't
we
get
have to
started
delay
if you
this
don't read
gratitude.
shit.
Right. We have to delay this gratitude.
Yeah.
Delay gratification. I mean.
Yep.
We're doing, I think our challenge is either second or third week. Me and Jess started set a date in October. It's going to be, we're going to be doing ours leading right into Thanksgiving. So we're really excited for that, to get everybody ready for like the holiday season. So
yep.
Really, really pumped for that.
Nice.
Hells yeah.
Have we got stuff going on from Cured, Matt?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to mention talk about Cured, and I wanted to talk about our upcoming meet and greet too.
Yes. 2 last things before we head off.
2 last things. So, guys, we talked with Will, our friend from Cured Nutrition. Shout out to Will, and they are running an exclusive offer. We just created this offer this morning with Will for Cured Nutrition, and it's really fucking cool. You guys might remember a while back, we gave away free samples of some Cured products on our Instagram stories. Well, everybody sold out in like minutes, I think, their supply. They did, free supplies. So what they're doing now is, with our code for Cured Nutrition, which is CTC, they're going to save everybody listening can save 25% off. So normally our code is good for 20% off, but now they can get 25% off plus a free gift when using our code. And that free gift is the CBN Nightcaps travel pack. It's a 10 count of it. It's a $30 value. That's what they were giving away. That everybody fucking gobbled up right away.
Yep.
That's crazy deal. So 25% off of any product and a free gift when using the code CTC. So that's pretty sweet. And they're sponsoring our upcoming meet and greet.
Yeah.
October 12th.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. Shingleton, Michigan. We are doing Pictured Rocks, baby. Fuck yeah.
Pictured Rocks. That's the trail.
Pictured Rocks is the area. That's it's Pictured Rocks National Seashore, right?
Okay.
But it's the Chapel Beach Loop is the hike that we're doing. Chapel Beach Loop. Haven't checked to see how many people we have, but last time it was more than 20, so we're getting really pumped for that.
Nice.
6.5 mile loop, rated easy to moderate. There's not like any elevation climb. It's super accessible. So we really want to see everybody out there. We're gonna see a lot of familiar faces, and we're really excited for that.
Nice.
What are you looking forward to with the meet and greet, Beth?
Seeing everyone, hopefully seeing new faces and faces that we've seen before.
Yeah. Right. Just like with the challenges, it's fun to see people continue to show up to the meet and greets, like wherever we're going in this area. Right.
I'm excited to be in the UP since I've never been to.
Same. I've never been officially to the UP. I've been to like northern Michigan, but like, to be into the UP, you actually have to cross the Mackinac Bridge to get over to the island. So,
wow. Cool.
Mackinac Bridge. Look it up if you're not familiar.
Oh fuck! Am I gonna shit myself? Is it?
You'll shit yourself. Yeah, for sure.
How do you spell that shit?
It's like a 3.5 mile long bridge, I think, maybe even longer. It holds a bunch of records, or it did at one point. But it's essentially crazy. It can get like scary if there's accidents and weather and stuff. But it's really
Jesus, that is fucking massive. It's 5 miles long.
It's like an iconic American bridge and structure. It's like I think it's a modern marvel, I think is what they call it even.
Oh, all right.
So that, speaking of that bridge, every September for Labor Day, they shut it down and they do a run on it. You can run and walk across it. Me and my dad committed to do it next year.
Wow.
Yeah. You're like, you're shitting yourself right now looking at that bridge.
Yeah, I am.
And we're going to be driving there in a few weeks.
Yep. And I will be closing my eyes.
For the entire however long that car ride is across the bridge.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's like anxiety.
Did you just get anxiety?
I did.
You just got anxiety. Breathe.
It's okay. I'm going to take a walk soon.
Yeah. I saw yourself visually like, whoa.
That's big.
Or you can always fly into the UP with like a smaller plane. They do have
I think that's scarier.
Flying on a smaller plane.
Yeah, I don't know which is worse. Yeah.
Yeah. Those little prop planes, you feel everything.
Yeah.
Dope. Well, this has been a good
All
chat,
right.
dude. I really enjoyed it.
Me too, Matt.
All right. Well, we'll chat with you later.
All right. Chat soon.
All right, see you, everybody.
Bye.
Hope you enjoyed this episode, so why not share with a friend who needs to hear it? Send us a DM on Instagram or email us at cutthecrappod@gmail.com and join our Patreon at patreon.com/cutthecrappodcast. As always, we appreciate you and thanks for being here.